What is up, degenerates? Welcome back to HypeCheck for yet another video for the UFC. In today's video, I'm doing a full card breakdown, going over each and every fight for UFC Vegas 77, Holm versus Bueno Silva. As always, if you guys are new here, join the fam, hit that like and subscribe button. We're trying to hit that 50k subscribe mark, so if you are new, it does help out the channel a lot. And before we get into anything, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that is Stake, the #1 sportsbook and casino available online, and exclusively for the HypeCheck fam. When you sign up to Stake using the code HYPE, I'll be giving you guys a $75 tip directly to your Stake account, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, whatever payment method you want. It helps out the channel a lot when you guys do sign up for Stake. So if you do want to, this is the best offer available online. Also, Stake is newly launched in the US. So if you do want to sign up for the US version of Stake, the code is HypeCheck. One more time, for regular Stake, it's Hype. For the US version, it's HypeCheck. All you guys got to do is sign up using the code, and I'll send you guys a $75 tip, including also my VIP package for this week. If you guys sign up for Stake or the US version of Stake, I'll send you guys my VIP card as well. So if any of you guys are interested, also my VIP card, I'll be leaving that link in the pinned comment down below. When you join the VIP system, you get every single bet that I place for the event. Also, all the odds you're hearing in the video are coming directly from Stake. I get a lot of questions. How do you have such good odds in these videos? They're coming directly from Stake. I'm not capping here. They have the best odds, the best limits. So if you do want to sign up, make sure to do it using my code. Regardless of that, we're looking to kill it this week. I actually have a really good feeling about this week. There's a lot of good favorites I like, a lot of good underdogs. It's one of those weeks where I think we could possibly sweep. So good luck, boys. Hopefully you guys sweep as well. Enjoy the video. Let's hop right into it. Kicking off the prelims, we got Ashlee Evans Smith going up against Ailin Perez. Perez is the favorite at -227, and Smith is the underdog at +175. Both girls are coming off losses. Perez is off a loss to Stephanie Egger via submission. Smith, she needs a win badly in the spot, riding 2 straight losses. Her last fight 3 years ago, a loss to Norma Dumont via decision. This one will be short and sweet. Starting off with Smith, like I said, she's coming off a massive layoff due to a USADA suspension, and she's overall a pretty well-rounded fighter, but not really that good in any spot. Perez, on the other hand, is primarily a grappler, averaging almost 2 takedowns a fight, and she has the more accurate striking with better striking defense. Smith, she has a negative striking differential, something you guys know I always like to fade in a fighter. Betting-wise, this fight just has way too many question marks surrounding it, specifically with Smith to bet on it. It's a stay-away fight from a betting perspective. Favorite pass spot here. Smith does have better experience, but overall, like I said, there's just too many question marks, and I highly recommend you guys do the same and just stay away completely. Next up, we got Carl Deaton going up against Alex Munoz. Munoz is the favorite at -182, and Deaton is the underdog at +141. Both guys are coming off losses. Deaton off a loss to Joe Solecki via decision. Munoz, he needs a win in this spot, coming off 2 straight losses, most recently to Luis Pena via decision. Starting off with Munoz, he's coming into this one off a 2-year layoff, and he's a fantastic wrestler, averages right around 3 takedowns a fight with a 40% accuracy. Deaton, on the other hand, will be the better striker. However, when he gets taken down, he's a fish out of water. He lays on his back and can't really get back to his feet so well. Betting-wise, even with the layoff, I think Munoz is the way better fighter. He faced the better competition and trains out of the better gym. He himself is a wrestling coach, so I think that just gives him a massive edge when it comes down to this fight. Game plan-wise, it's a favorite pass spot here. On to the next. After that, we got Tyson Nam going up against Azat Maksum. Maksum is the favorite at -435, and Nam is the underdog at +310. Nam is looking to bounce back off his loss to Bueno Silva via submission. Maksum is a 16-0 prospect, making his UFC debut. Starting off with Nam, he's been in the UFC since 2019, and since that time, he's fought very good competition. Guys like Kai Kara France, Sergio Pettis, Matt Schnell, and has a win over Jerome Rivera. And the reason I bring up his past experience is to show you guys he's no pushover, and for a debuting fighter, it's a big step up in competition. Nam has big power in his hands and has very good takedown defense. However, he's 39 and his age is starting to show, not being able to take those big shots as he used to. With all that being said though, Maksum should dominate on Saturday. He's way younger, is an elite striker who throws with big power and can finish this fight wherever it goes. He has 5 wins by knockout and 7 by submission. He could get his opponents down with some big takedowns. Betting wise, Maksum is a prospect I think extremely high of and would be shocked if he doesn't get the nod on Saturday. It's a favorite pass spot here and a pretty good parlay piece as well. Next up, we got Genaro Valdez going up against Evan Elder. Elder is the favorite at -312, and Valdez is the underdog at +230. Both guys are looking to bounce back off 2 straight losses. Valdez most recently a loss to Natan Levy via decision. Elder most recently a loss to Nazim Sadykhov. Starting off with Elder, a very solid overall fighter, good wherever this fight can go. He'll be the more accurate striker, but other than that, I actually like Valdez a lot in this spot. Both guys are punching bags, they absorb way more significant strikes than they throw, and on paper, Valdez will have the better takedown defense and accuracy. Betting-wise, Elder is definitely the better overall fighter. However, Valdez has better UFC experience under his belt, and at the current odds, the only way to bet this fight is with the underdog this Saturday. At most, Elder should be a minus 185 favorite, and him being a near 3-1 favorite is very disrespectful. Give me Valdez for a sprinkle all day here in a dog or pass spot. After that, we got Austin Lingo going up against Melquizael Costa. Costa is the favorite at minus 233, and Lingo is the underdog at plus 180. Both guys are looking to bounce back off losses. Costa off a loss to Thiago Moises via submission. Lingo off a loss via sub to Nate Landwehr. Back-to-back underdogs I really like. Starting off with Lingo, he's primarily a striker who puts out a lot of volume and has very good striking defense. Costa, on the other hand, is going to be the more diverse and accurate striker. However, I don't think he should be a 2-1 favorite in the spot. Betting-wise, I'm going to take the shot on the underdog once again in this matchup. I think this is a pick'em fight, and Lingo is very live here for the upset. It's a dog or pass spot here. Next up, we got Istela Nunes going up against Viktoriya Dudakova. Viktoriya is the favorite at minus 217, and Nunes is the underdog at plus 165. Viktoriya is a 6-0 prospect, making her UFC debut fresh off her Dana White Contender Series win via decision over Maria Silva. Nunes, she needs a win in this spot, coming into this fight off 3 losses, most recently to Yasmin Duraev via knockout. Nunes, a very fast striker, and throws with a lot of volume. The tail of the tape, though, in this fight lies with Viktoriya's wrestling, as she averages 4 takedowns a fight, and Nunes has a brutal 53% takedown defense. Betting-wise, you guys know I hate backing debuting fighters, especially in women's MMA. However, this is a setup-esque fight by the UFC, and Viktoriya has her outmatched everywhere besides for the experience. It's a favorite to pass spot here. Closing out the prelims, we got Tucker Lutz going up against Melsik Baghdasaryan. Melsik is the favorite at minus 164, and Lutz is the underdog at plus 128. Tucker needs a win in this spot, coming off 2 straight losses, most recently a submission loss to Daniel Pineda, Melsik a submission loss to Joshua Kulubau. One of the better fights on the entire card, and I love Melsik in this spot. Lutz really struggled in his last fight, and if that's how he performs on Saturday, Melsik will put on a show with his diverse striking. He'll be putting out a higher amount of volume, will be the more accurate striker with better striking defense. Melsik also boasts a 76% takedown defense, so I don't think Lutz will have too much success on the mat. Betting-wise, if Lutz finds success with his wrestling and Melsik has no answers, he might look like a minus 300 favorite. However, for my money, it'll be on Melsik, as I think he'll be able to keep this fight at range and on the feet. It's a favorite to pass spot here. Kicking off the main card, we got Terrance McKinney going up against Nazim Sadykhov. Nazim is the favorite at minus 149, and McKinney is the underdog at plus 117. McKinney is coming off a knockout loss to Ismail Bonfim. Nazim, he's an 8-1 prospect, fresh off his UFC debut win via knockout over Evan Elder. McKinney will have a 4-inch reach advantage in the spot, and he has the power and speed advantage as well. However, his fighter IQ is near 0 and has a very weak gas tank. Nazim, on the other hand, will be putting out more volume and will be the more technical and accurate striker. McKinney also has a tendency to get caught in firefights, which will not end well against an elite striker Nazim. Betting-wise, I'm siding with the favorite here in Nazim. I think McKinney is a first-rounder bust fighter in this spot, and I do not see Nazim getting knocked out in that first round. It's a favorite to pass spot here. On to the next. After that, we got Norma Dumont going up against Chelsea Chandler. Dumont is the favorite at minus 149, and Chandler is the underdog at plus 117. Dumont is coming off 2 straight wins, most recently a decision win over Karl Rosa. Chandler off her UFC debut win over Julia Sorolenko. Dumont is a very technical striker with some of the best striking defense in the division. Chandler, on the other hand, is a very well-rounded fighter. She puts out a lot of volume and is very aggressive. She's currently averaging close to 9 significant strikes per minute, and she also throws with power, which is scary as we've seen Dumont get caught in the past. Betting-wise, Dumont has far superior experience under her belt and is the more technical striker. However, I just don't like betting women's fights, and I have this weird gut feeling Chandler will get the upset this week. I don't know what it is, I just have this feeling. I'm not betting this fight, but I guess I'm siding with Chandler in this spot. Following my gut here, it's a dog or pass spot. Next up, we got Albert Duraev going up against Junyoung Park. Duraev is the underdog at plus 125, and Park is the underdog at minus 159. Duraev is coming off a split decision win over Chitty. Park off a submission win over Denise Tullium. One of my favorite fights on the entire card, purely because I love the Iron Turtle. Park will be the better wrestler, more accurate striker, and when he gets his opponents to the mat, he tends to find a finish. Duraev, on the other hand, is a solid wrestler in his own regard, but I think Park has his number on Saturday. The only question mark here is if Park will be able to stuff Duraev's takedowns, which I think he will. Betting wise, it's Park all day for me, as I think he's by far the better fighter overall. It's a favorite to pass spot here. After that, we got Azat going up against Francisco Prado. Azat is the underdog at -109, and Prado is the favorite at -118. Azat is coming off a knockout loss to Matt Frevola. Prado off a decision loss to Jamie Mullarkey in his UFC debut. Now, I don't really know where I stand on this fight. The last time Ottman was in the octagon, he looked awful, straight up getting flatlined by Matt Frevola. If this fight never happened though, he would be a near 2-1 favorite, no doubt in my mind. Prado, on the other hand, is only 21 years old and extremely new to MMA, and I think similarly to his UFC debut, this is way too much too soon for Prado. Prado, while he throws with power, he has awful striking defense, which is the opposite of what you want against the potato king and power puncher in Azat, who is extremely accurate of a striker, and if he doesn't get flatlined on Saturday, he should be able to get that win. Betting wise, I know I'm in the minority here, but with the UFC heading over to Abu Dhabi soon, I think they want Azat to bounce back, get that win on Saturday, and have him on that card. It's a dogger pass spot here. Now, we go to the co-main event of the evening with Jack Della Maddalena going up against Basil Hafez. Maddalena is the favorite at -667, and Hafez is the underdog at +440. JDM is coming off a submission win over Randy Brown. Hafez is making his UFC debut, riding a 2-fight win streak over on Fury FC. This one will be short and sweet. Maddalena is as close to a lock as you could get in this spot. Besides for a fluky knockout, I don't know how Hafez gets the nod. JDM outmatches him severely on the feet and has very good takedown defense. Betting wise, I'm not betting JDM, as I just don't think he's worth it at this price tag. Hafez's striking is very weak, specifically with his head movement. Maybe he's able to just lay like a wet blanket on JDM, but I highly doubt it. It's a favorite pass spot here. On to the main. It's time for the main event of the evening with Holm going up against Bueno Silva. Holm is the favorite at -189, and Silva is the underdog at +147. Holm is coming off a win over Yana Santos via decision. Silva, she's coming off 3 straight wins, most recently a win over Lana Landsberg. And to be honest here, I don't know how Holm loses in this matchup. She has a 78% takedown defense, is the more technical striker, and has a 2-inch height and 3-inch reach advantage, which will work to her favor, as this fight will be staying on the feet for the full 50 minutes, unless Holly wants to land takedowns, which she could. Silva, on the other hand, throws with power, is aggressive on the feet. However, she has nothing to offer that Holm has not seen before. Holm is a fighter we all know and love. She's literally 41 years old, and this is just a pretty easy matchup in my opinion, and I could even see, like I said, Holm landing a takedown or two to win close rounds. It's a favorite pass spot here. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to join the hundreds of other members catching weekly in the VIP fam, just click the link in the top comment section or description. Shout out once again to Stake for sponsoring today's video. If you need a sportsbook to bet on, make sure to check them out. They got the best odds available online, and for the HypeCheck fam, you guys viewing this video, we have the best sign-up offer available. For the regular Stake website, use the code HYPE. I'll send you guys a $75 tip. For the US version of Stake, sign up using the code HypeCheck, and I'll send you the same $75. All you guys got to do is sign up, make a deposit, and I'll send you over that tip ASAP. Just message me on Instagram at HypeCheckSports or on Twitter at HypeCheck. Good luck, boys. Make sure to comment your favorite bets and picks down below, as I like reading them, and I know a lot of the other viewers like discussing the picks down below as well. Thank you guys for all the support. Peace.